We're live. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. Let me know if the audio and the video is working okay. And assuming it is, welcome to part one of another Fighting Fantasy Gamebook playthrough. I've done a few of these in the past, and today, as voted on by my Patreon supporters, we are going to be playing through Book 20, Sword of the Samurai. This was originally published in, I think, 1986. This is the 1986 version of the game, and this is... Although it's Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone present, this one is specifically written by Mark Smith and Jamie Thompson. Now, those names are familiar to me. I have other game books, non-fighting fantasy game books, by Jamie Thompson, somewhere in the house, I don't know. So I've not played this one. Well, if I have played this one, I have no memory of playing this one. Why do I own it if I haven't played it? Well, there was a time where I bought these books when they came out, even though I didn't play them. But recently, a friend of mine who's sadly no longer with us, his uncle was having a clear out. And his uncle had a load of the Fighting Fantasy game books. And Chris basically said, look, I know somebody who would like these. So, yes, thank you very much, Chris, for getting these. And, yeah, sad that you're no longer with us. So, we've got my cup of tea. We've got my dice. We've got my sheet of paper. And we're going to be playing through it today. I've got 3 hours from now until 5. If we die, when we die, we will then replay it, but I'm going to not try to read through the same narrative more than once. I will just skip it over. It's going to be as an interactive playthrough as I can. Whenever I get decisions in the game, I will be asking you for your thoughts. I will look to the chat, and then after 30 seconds or a minute or so, we'll tot up the results. And it is going to be an interactive playthrough. At 5 o'clock, I will be having a break. And then I'll be back at 7. I'll be playing tonight at 7 o'clock, probably for about 3 hours. I suspect we won't get this game book finished today, which means it's going to have to go on the list of I will get this finished at some point. I don't have anything planned in my schedule to get it finished, but I do want to because I don't like leaving things half done. Just a couple of other caveats before we start. This is not a sponsored playthrough video. Nobody has paid me any money to create this video. And all of the advertising revenue from this video and all of my other videos goes to charity. This month we are supporting the World Central Kitchen, and in fact it's Mike Dennis, a good friend of mine and a fellow content creator from the YouTube channel Ready Steady Play, and Mike is doing a charity 24-hour stream starting on Friday going all the way through to the Saturday. There is links in the description of this video to Mike's channel and also I think Mike's charity page, where you can find out more details of what Mike is doing. So if you want to go and support Mike, I'm supporting him with my advertising revenue. But if you want to go and support Mike, the link should be in the description of this video. And a big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. For those of you that don't know, I rely on the financial support of my Patreon campaign in order to keep the channel going and allowing me to do things like this week. And let's just have a quick look at what this week has had so far. On Monday, we had Quartermaster General. 2 games of that. On Tuesday, we had Kanban EV, followed by Captain's Chair. Yesterday was Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era, which was about 12 hours worth. Today is the Fighting Fantasy book. Tomorrow is Underwater Cities in Anachrony. And Saturday is Voidfall and Talisman. And none of these are sponsored. So it's a week off work, funded through my Patreon campaign. And my Patreon supporters have been voting. And mostly, these are the ones that they chose. So yeah, huge thank you to you. And if you want to support me directly, patreon.com/gaming rules is the way to do it. Right, let's crack on. Let's have a bit of my cup of tea before it goes cold. First question for the chat. Has anybody played this? If anybody in the chat has played this and you know the one true path to get through, please don't tell me. So we have original text. Right. Intro. Summoned to the Shogun's presence, you learn that your land of Hachiman is in grave danger. The Shogun's control is slipping. Some lords are breaking away and plotting treacherous deeds. Bandits roam the land freely, and barbarian invaders have begun to raid across the borders. All this is because the Dai Katana, the great sword, singing death, has been stolen from the Shogun. Dun, dun, dun. You are the Shogun's champion, a young samurai. You have followed Bushido, the way of the warrior, and are master of Kenjutsu, the way of the sword. Your mission is to recover the wondrous sword for Mikuru, the master of shadows, who holds it hidden deep in his mountain Fastness, Onikaru. The pit of demons, guarded by his dreaded warrior ghosts. ... 2 dice, a pencil, and an eraser are all you need to embark on this thrilling adventure of sword and sorcery. You have a choice of warrior skills: Kyujutsu, Iojutsu, Karamidijutsu, or Nintokenjutsu, and your choice will affect the outcome of your mission. There are honor points, spelt correctly with a U, to be won and lost. Many dangers lie ahead, and your success is by no means certain. Powerful adversaries are ranged against you, and often your only choice is to kill or be killed. So, I don't know if... I'm not going to bother giving an introduction to what these books are. They are choose-your-own-adventure books from the 80s, and we need to first determine our stats. Now, what I haven't done is I thought about this earlier in the week, and I don't actually know what method we're going to use to create a character, because the method that you should use... Basically, if you roll low, you're dead. You have no chance of winning. I know that it says in here you can win the game even if you've got low skill. You can't. It's just, you can't. So, we have our skill. And you're supposed to roll a d6 and add 6 to it or something like that. I don't know. Let me know in the chat what you think I should do for determining these starting stats. Because even if you say, oh, I'll roll 2 dice and choose the best one, I might still roll 2 ones. I'm tempted to go with average dice. So we got still. So we got skill, stamina, and we have our luck. And then we have some notes. We have honor. And apologies to any Americans watching, but I am going to put a U in it, because that's how it's spelt. We have provisions. And then we have our encounter boxes, which hopefully we don't need. And then we have special skills. See, that looks like my writing. That vaguely looks like my writing when I was like 16 years old. That's terrible. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's somebody else's. Special... Skill? Okay, skill. Okay, and we also have a sheet for a map. So I'm going to be adding this. We're going to be drawing a map as we go, because I love maps, and we'll see how we get on. But I'm going to use this for like the combat and stuff like that. So Richard said, I never liked the fact that your trip through the book was going to do better if you rolled a 6 for stats than rolled for 1. Yep, that is just a feature of these games. Yeah, but it is what it is. So let's have a look. Right, so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to roll 1 die and add 6 to this number and enter this total in the skill box on the adventure sheet. But as Richard in the chat says, and as I've said, if I roll a 1 for that and my skill is 7, we are not going to win this game. That's just how it is. And you will this book and these books kind of promote replayability in the fact that you have to play them multiple times. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm tempted to make it 9 plus a d3, and yes, that does give an advantage, but I don't have the 30 hours to completely replay this book multiple times until I roll well. So I think we're going to go with that. We'll roll 9 plus a d3, and we rolled a 3. That's a 6, by the way. The gaming rules is a 6. So we have 12 skill. Means it is going to be an easier play. I mean, I tell you what, we could just put these on max, and it would still be fun, and it'd still be a challenge. Stamina. So we're going to go with 18 plus 2d3. Yeah, 18 plus 2d3, I think. Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. That's maximum. Nice. 24. People are probably switching off now thinking I'm cheating. Right, look. Again, 9 plus a d3. Right, so our luck is only 10. Right, there we go. We've done that. I remember once I was playing D&D at a convention. I think it was like a one-day D&D thing. And people, this was long time ago. And people were basically turned up with their own characters. And this guy turned up and he had 18, 18, 18, 17, 17, 16. And we were like, and you rolled that, did you? And he was like, yeah, I rolled that. It's like, just, you didn't. You're lying. Right. For reasons that will be explained later, skill, stamina, and luck change constantly during the adventure. You must keep an accurate record of these scores, and for this reason, you are advised to write them in small boxes or keep an eraser handy. Never rub out your initial scores. Okay, so that's our initial score. There you go. Right. Skill score affects swordsmanship and fighting. Stamina is health, and luck is used for various things. So battles. I think the battle rules are standard. We're going to roll the red dice for my opponent, and we're going to roll the white dice for me. I roll and add my skill. Opponent rolls and adds their skill. If I get higher, they take 2 stamina. I can use luck to deal 4. Or if I fail, I deal 1. Or if they hit me, use 2. Beginning the next attack round. Fighting more than one opponent. Yes, so luck. If you use luck and you test, if you're lucky, then you inflict an extra 2. But if you're unlucky, it's only 1. And the same against you. Oh, no, not the same against you. So if you test your luck to minimize the wound against you, then instead of it doing 2 damage, it deals 1. But if you're unlucky, it deals an extra 1. Okay. Stamina and provisions. So skill doesn't change that much. Stamina, you can restore. Eating a meal costs 1 provisions, and you get 4 stamina points back. I don't know how many provisions we start with, but we'll find out. Special rules. Okay. As a samurai, there are certain skills at which you may be expert. Depending on which skill you choose, you will be told in the text when you can use it, or else the skill will affect combat in some way. So this is your first choice. I'd like to know whether you want me to be trained in Kyujutsu, Iajutsu, Karumajutsu, or Ninto Kenjutsu. Right, rather than putting those in the chat. Archery is the first one. Fast draw is the second one. Heroic leaping is the third one. And just put swords for the fourth one. So let me know in the chat, archery, fast draw, heroic leaping, or swords. Which one of those 4 do you want me to be trained in? And then in a minute, we'll check what the chat says and we'll add up the totals and we'll go with that one. I will carry on reading, though, while we're doing that. So, as a samurai of the Shogun of Hachiman, you are bound by giri, which is duty, and honor. You begin the game with 3 honor points. Certain actions will increase honor, others reduce it. If your honor is ever reduced to 0, turn to paragraph 99. I'm going to write that there. 99. Also, your honor will have a bearing on whether or not you can do certain things during the adventure. Okay? How's the voting looking? Okay, right. Let's try and add these up. Just one vote. One vote. So archery had 1. I think 1 person suggested archery. Sleeping is not a special skill. Right. Fast draw. I think 1, 2, 3. 6 for leaping, is it? 3. I think we got 3 maybe, or maybe 4 for fast draw. Heroic leaping, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5.5. Because Arthritic voted for three of them. So I think it's leaping, and the last one was swords. I think we had maybe 1 for swords. Okay. It was 5 for fast draw. Good point, Richard. Okay, so it looks like it's 5 for fast draw, and I think it's 5 for heroic leaping. So anybody who didn't vote for one of those 2, please vote for one of those 2 in the chat. and I'll go with that one. If you already voted for one of those two, don't put it again. Rick says draw. Right, we're going fast draw. So our special skill is Iai Jutsu. Okay, this skill enables you to draw your sword and strike all in one fast motion. This means that you always hit your enemy, no matter what his skill rating, in the first round of combat and deal 3 stamina points of damage. Okay, so that's what it's going to do. First round of combat, we automatically hit and we automatically deal 3 damage. Excellent. Right. So, background. The world of Titan has 3 main continents. Alancia, Kakabad, and Kul, the Dark Continent. It is on the eastern coast of Kul that the land of Hachiman lies. The sea on one side and mountains on all the others cut Hachiman off from the rest of the continent. The capital of Hachiman is Konichi, and its ruler is Kihei Hasekawa, the shogun. You are a young samurai, the shogun's champion, and said by many to be Kensai, or sword saint. You have faithfully followed Bushido, the way of the warrior, and are a master of Kenjutsu, the way of the sword. One day, the shogun summons you to his presence and tells you a dreadful tale. Hachiman is in grave danger. My control is slipping. Some lords are seeking to break away and declare their estates independent. Others have already done so and plot against me. Bandits roam the land freely, and barbarian invaders have begun to raid across our borders, knowing that Hachiman is weak. All this because the Dai Katana, the great sword Singing Death, has been stolen from me. Singing Death is a wondrous sword, said to bestow great powers on its keeper, and to be the soul of Hachiman. He who wields Singing Death and uncovers the secret of the sword will rule Hachiman. The shogun continues. Many lords say I now have no right to rule. Some seek to take the sword for themselves. Others have already changed their allegiance to he who now holds the sword. And no keeper could be worse. It is Ikuru, master of shadows, that soulless dog who cowers in his mountain fastness, Onikaru, the pit of demons. Now that he has the sword, Bakimono Sho and Shikomi are flocking to his banners, and he summons forth Shura, warrior ghosts from the pit, to aid him. Soon, if he uncovers the secret of the sword, he will overrun our beautiful land of cherry blossoms. You have Senki, war spirit, and to you I entrust this mission. Go, my champion, to Onikaru, slay Ikuru, and bring me Singing Death. It will not be easy. To slay Ikuru and to defeat his infernal allies, you will have to uncover the secret of Singing Death. I cannot tell you the secret, for it is written that he who freely reveals it will be damned forever to the nether regions, and Singing Death will disappear from the world of men. You will have to solve the puzzle yourself. I will pray to the kami of the heavens for your success, and may Hoti God of luck smile on you. Here, take this, the seal of the shogun. It will give you safe passage through these areas still loyal to me. Right. We're ready to go. I'll finish my cup of tea. Morning, Chris. Yeah, it's a very icky day here as well. I can hear the rain pounding on the roof. Right. You gather your weapons, your katana, longsword, your wakizashi, short sword, your battle armor, and provisions. The guards salute you as you leave the main gate of Konichi. You follow the road north through the beautiful countryside surrounding the capital. Soon you come to a fork in the road. Will you go west and north to the Forest of Shadows, Hagacore Bridge, and onto the Shiosi Mountains, or east to the ford through the Mizokomo Fens and thence to the mountains? Okay, we have a choice. It is either west or east. Let me know which one you want me to do, west or east. In the meantime, I'm just going to find out how many provisions I should start with, because I think I should start with 10. Only because on the character card that's here, somebody's written 10. Ah, 10 meals. Right, okay. We have 10 provisions. Okay, so we have 4 votes for west and 2 for east. 5 votes for west. It's looking like we are going west. Well, it's west and then north. Don't know if that changes your opinion. So we're going west and then north to the Forest of Shadows, Hagakor Bridge, and then on to the Shiosi Mountains. Yeah, we're going west. Thank you very much. Right, so west is 10. I wonder if Barbara's there. Right, 10. You journey on through the lands of Hachiman. Wherever you pass, people bow with respect, recognizing either the Shogun's champion or the Shogun's seal. This close to Konichi, the land is as it ever was, peaceful and happy. After a few days, habitations become more sparse. You are travelling through the domain of Lord Tsitsin when you notice a plume of smoke on the horizon. As you draw near, you can see it as a burning village. You shake your head sorrowfully at the state Hachiman is in, when raiders can strike into the heart of one of the Lord's territories. A dusty track leads from the road to the village. Will you investigate the village, or decide your mission is too important and press on? So we have the next vote, while I make a map, which is village or road. Let me know what you think, village or road. I don't know whether to start the map at the bottom. I'll start the map at the bottom. So this was 1. We had a choice of going west or east. And we went west. And we've arrived at a village, which is 10. I'm going to draw some little houses. Okay, there we go. Right, what have we got? We have village, James. Village. So we're ignoring the village, is that right? And we're going, no, village. Well, I don't think we've ever had an overwhelming vote. 11 for the village, 0 for the road. Gosh. Right, so we're investigating the village. You die. Return to the start. No, kidding. But almost. Maybe. Right. You stride down the dusty track, but break into a run when screams of pain come to you from the burning village. You can see the horsemen, presumably bandits, charging in among the fleeing villagers. A grove of trees obscures your view for a moment, and as you round it, a horseman gallops up the trail from the village towards you. It is a samurai, with a long spear in one hand and dressed in the green and blue lacquered armour of Tsitsin, the lord of this area. Will you run towards him and show him the Shogun's seal, and order him to tell you what is going on, or wait for him to come to you? So again, we have a choice. We can either order him, so put the word order in the chat, or we can wait for him to come to us. And while we're doing that, I am going to get a preset set up for the book. There we go, because we have some great artwork here. And the artist in this is, it just say? There you go, Alan Langford. So there you go. That is the samurai coming towards us, and we can either order him to tell us what's going on, or wait for him to come to us. Okay, so what do we have? We have wait, order. I think, yeah, it's overwhelmingly wait. Apart from one vote of don't wait. So, yeah, most people are saying we should wait. So we're going to wait for him to come to us. The samurai rider starts at the sight of you. The samurai rider starts at the sight of you. Should that be starts or stops? I don't know. Then he shouts, "It is that milksop, the so-called shogun, Kihei Hasekawa's lackey. Long live the new shogun, Tsitsin-sama." He levels his spear and charges at you. Lord Tsitsin has turned traitor. If you are a master of the bow and wish to fire an arrow, we're not. Okay, so we're receiving his charge. So 92. It's probably going to be our first fight. Yep. The spearhead hurtles towards you. Roll 2 dice. If the result is less than or equal to your skill, it is You have successfully parried the thrust. If not, it gashes your shoulder and you lose 3 stamina. In any case, the samurai wheels his horse round and stabs down as you try to cut him from the saddle. So we are fighting a samurai warrior, and because we have our Iojutsu, we go first. So our first battle, he's this one. Skill 8, stamina 9. Okay, and we're on page 92. Write that down there. And if we win, we go to 72. Right. So, because we've got our fast draw, we go first in the first round, and we automatically inflict 3 damage. Right, and off we go. Now, this should be relatively easy fight because we've got 12 skill, and it's only got 8. So, we're effectively +4 on our white dice. So, second round of combat. That's 9 versus 9. What happens in a tie? I can't remember. I think it's a standoff. Attack strength. If both attacks that you have avoided each other's blows. Yep, right. Round 3 of combat. So I've got 7, and is that a 1? Yeah, that's a 1. So I beat him on that round, so he's down to 4. I could just use a dice, actually, for that, but it's quite nice writing it down on paper. 7, yeah. It's down to 2. 3. And, oh, that's a tie. No, I got +4. Yeah, just beat him in the last round. Right, okay. So, success. With a powerful scything blow, you cut deep into the rider's leg. He gives a shout of pain and topples from the saddle. Before he hits the ground, you have struck his head from his shoulders with one sweep of your katana. Lord Seetsin is a traitor, you realise. About 10 of his samurai are running amok in the village, looting and killing the defensive villagers. Will you leave the village to its fate, deciding your mission is more important? Or will you run into the village and attack the nearest samurai? Or will you run into the village and shout out that you are the Shogun's champion and that you challenge anyone to an honourable duel? Or, if you had another skill, we could do something different. So, our 3 options are leave. Option 1, leave. Option 2, attack. Or option 3, shout. They are the 3 options. Leave, attack, or shout. We can't do the 4th option. People are saying duel. I think you mean attack. Yeah. You're putting the things in before I've given you the words. So leave, attack, or... yeah, it should be duel, actually. Duel and shout are the same things. And everybody's voting for that. Yeah, shout, let it all out. I thought you'd be too young for Tears for Fears, James. Right, okay, we're going to shout out and challenge somebody to a duel. So 1, 2, 8. You run into the village and then shout the challenge at the top of your voice. Many of the samurai turn and stare as you tell them who you are. One of them steps forward and says, "We no longer owe allegiance to Kihei Hasakawa and follow the new shogun, Seetsin, but we are still samurai. Come then, let us duel." He steps forward, drawing his sword. He stands before you, sword raised over his head, its tip pointed at your throat. You must fight 3 of these samurai, but they come at you one at a time, in an honourable but biased fashion. Okay, so we are 1, 2, 8. So the first one is 7 and 9. Excuse me. The second one is 9 and 8. In fact, we could do this a different way. Yeah, 7 stroke 9, and then 9 stroke 8, and then 7 stroke 9. Okay, so 3 of them. Now, we must fight them one at a time. It feels wrong that we can use our fast draw in each round of combat. So I'm going to overrule that rule. I'm going to say I use it in the first round of combat and knock it down to 6, but I'm going to say that I can't use it for the other fights. That seems fair. So this is 128. Okay, right. So first battle. It's on 7 and I'm on 12. So I'm at +5 on this one. So this fight should be easy. Yeah, we have made it really easy for ourselves by having 12 skill, but that's fine. It's still fun. So what have I got? +5? Yeah, it's down to 4. Yep, easily. Down to 2. Yep. First one's dead. Right, second one. He's got 9 skill. I've got 12. So I'm at +3 on this one. So, yeah, he's down to 6. Oh, easily. Yeah. And I could be testing my luck, but I don't need to. When your skill is that high, you generally don't need to. Yeah. Down to 2. And, yep, the second one. Right, third one's got 7 skill. So, again, I'm at +5. So, what's that? 11. Yep, it's down to 7. What's that? 5, 10. Oh, only just. It's down to 3. 2 more. Yep. And 1 more. Yeah, okay. Yeah, a little bit easy, but that's fine. It will get really, really difficult later on when we come across some skill 10 and 11 enemies. And that's why you can't actually... You get all the way to the end, and if you've got low skill, you just can't win. That's my experience with some of the other games. I don't know if this one is any different, but we'll see. So if you kill all 3 of them, yes, 190. Right, okay. The last one falls dead at your feet. You expect another to step forward and take his place, but none of the other samurai makes a move. The villagers cower in their homes, watching the proceedings with fear and hope in their eyes. 1 or 2 of the samurai shuffle back uncomfortably. They have been awed by your swordsmanship. One of them says, "You are a master of the sword, and you have won great honour here. As you have fought so well, we will leave now and spare your life." His words sound courteous, but you sense it is fear of facing you rather than the desire to honour you that is making them leave. They leave the village as fast as they can. You feel too tired to pursue them. Gain 1 honour for your challenge and the defence of your village. Huzzah! So our honour is now 4. Turn to 176. Okay. The villagers run out of their houses and their hiding places, some shouting joyfully, others weeping over lost friends and relatives. As many villagers see to dousing the fires, a number of elders approach you. Bowing low, one of them says, "I am Ninji, the headman. We cannot thank you enough for your noble act. Hachiman has fallen on bad times, but at least someone still follows the old ways. Here, my lord, please accept this gift." And he hands you a silken red headband patterned with a black 3-spoked wheel. This is the headband of Shinmen, the legendary hero of Hachiman, who came from this village. This headband has been with us for centuries. You feel honoured. Shinmen was a great hero. Gain 1 honour and 1 luck. Oh, okay. So 5. Now, we gain a luck. Can your luck ever exceed your starting total? I don't think it can. Let me just check that. Your luck may never exceed its initial value unless specifically instructed by the text. Okay, so we don't gain the luck. Just then, a commotion starts nearby. There are cries of anger and hate. A group of villagers have found a wounded samurai raider and are dragging him towards you. They are chanting, "Kill, kill, kill, kill." The headman bows to you and says, "Please rid of this vile murderer, lord." The samurai lies before you, defenceless, a slim young man with a blood-stained head bandage. He looks at you defiantly, resolved not to show fear. Will you kill the samurai or spare his life? Okay, so choice time. Kill or spare? What are we going to do with this young samurai? I mean, everybody wants us to kill him. So, yeah. We have spare, 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 spare. Everybody's just too nice. Thank you, Rick. So Rick says kill him. Everybody else says spare him. Okay, so we're going to spare him. We're going to go with the majority. For now, we'll do things different the next time we play. So we're going to spare his life. 250. This has been a nice little side detour. Right, I cannot slay this samurai in cold blood. Okay, I think this is... Yeah. I cannot slay this samurai in cold blood, you say loudly, and a cry of disappointment goes up from the villagers. But he should pay for his crime. Revenge, revenge, they shout. The captive samurai sits up in surprise and then bows low before you and offers you his sword. Thank you, my lord. My allegiance is to the shogun Hasekawa still in my heart. But I could not say thus in the service of Tsitsin as I was. But now I renounce the traitor Tsitsin and pledge my sword to you, my lord. Take me as your loyal companion. Okay, so we've got a choice. We can take him with us or return to Tsitsin. So we can take him with us, so put the word take in the chat, or if we think he's lying, we can tell him to return. What do we think? I mean, is there any clue in the picture? Has he got a badge saying, I am lying? He doesn't. Okay. What does the chat say? Take, 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 return, take, return. Okay, so we've got the majority of people want us to take him with us. Okay, we're going to take him with us. Let's see if he kills us. 276. Thank you, my lord. You will not regret it, he says quickly. The villagers begin to disperse, darkly muttering things like, they're all the same. As you head back to the main road, he tells you his name is Yomitsumi Moichi, and that you can call him Moichi. Right, okay, now, didn't we get something? And it didn't tell us to write it in. Okay, so it was some kind of item that we got, headband, whatever, but it didn't tell us to write anything on there. You travel north, your samurai retainer chatting incessantly about his family and life history, so much so that you begin to regret your decision. At last he falls silent when you round a low hill to see a fortified castle about half a league from the road. It is the fortress of Lord Tsitsin the traitor, my lord, says Moichi quietly. Will you press on with your mission, or decide that the honour of the shogun must be upheld and try to enter the castle and slay the traitor? So, the two choices are press on or castle. So we can enter the castle or we can press on with the mission. I'm just going to step away while you decide which one of those we're going to do. I'm cold and I need a pair of socks. Right, I'm back. What's the chat said? So we got press on, castle, enter, press on, castle, castle, press on, press on. I wasn't wearing socks because I was a bit warm. And now it's got a bit cold. So castle has got 5, press on has got 3. Yeah. Okay, we're going to enter the castle. So I'm going to just update the map, actually. Just update the map. So we did the village thing. And then we went north. And then just to the side is a castle. Oh, hello, Loki. Hello. Come here. Yeah, we're live streaming again. Oh. Hello. There you go. You all right? No. You're my admiring audience. Nobody can see him because he's black. There you go. You're going to walk across the table. Oh, he's so happy. Right, okay. Yeah. Oh, we're entering a castle, Loki. Okay, so we're deciding that the honour of the shogun must be upheld and you try to enter the castle to slay the traitor. 300. Oh. Gain 1 honor point for your brave decision. Our honor is already 6. Moichi's face falls when you tell him, but then he says, "Well, my lord, I suppose that is the honourable thing to do. I know a hidden postern gate at the rear of the castle and the password. We can gain entrance there with ease, if you will allow this humble warrior to lead such a one as you, O mighty lord." He bows low. You cannot quite tell whether or not Moichi is being sarcastic in his praise of you, but you tell him to lead on anyway. He smiles roughly and leads you by a roundabout route to the rear of the castle, where it nestles against the foothills of the southern Shiosi Mountains. You wait until nightfall before approaching the hidden gate. Moichi walks up to a section of the wall and knocks on it. A slat opens and 2 eyes glittering in the moonlight stare out. "Who goes there?" a voice hisses. "It is I, Moichi. We have returned from a night patrol on Lord Seetsin's personal orders. The password is Cherry Blossom." With that, the door slides open, allowing you and Moichi to step in. Without a word, you drive your fist into the surprised guard's face. The guard falls without a sound. Yeah, you're all right, Loki. Right. 136. We have a picture. You look around. Barracks, stables, and... I've got a cat in my face. You look around. Barracks, stables, and so on line the walls. Across the castle courtyard is a square stone keep with pagoda-like roofs and carved gables, the palace of Lord Seetsin. But it is the 2 palace guards flanking the doors that really draw your attention. They are Shikomi, vile humanoid beings but hairy as apes, and with claws, fangs, and horrible snouted faces. They are dressed in dirty and tattered imitations of samurai armour, although their weapons seem in excellent condition. The presence of Shikomi can only mean that Seetsin is in league with the Kuru, Master of Shadows. Seetsin will be in the palace, and it seems even more important than before to slay him. Will you disguise yourself in the armour of the guard that you have just knocked out, and with Moichi, approach them, saying you have a message for Lord Seetsin? So disguise is the first option. Or we can pretend that you are Moichi's prisoner and that he is taking you to see Seetsin. So the word there is prisoner. Or if you have the skill of Kyujutsu, which I don't, so we can't do that. So the 2 options are disguise or prisoner. Loki has now disappeared. Disguise, disguise, disguise. Prisoner, prisoner. Scooby-Doo disguise. Disguise, disguise, disguise. Right, we're going to do a disguise. So we are disguising ourselves in the armour of the guard that you've just knocked out, and with Moichi approach them saying you have a message for Lord Seetsin. Right. Wearing the guard's armour in the colours of Lord Seetsin, you and Moichi approach the Shikomi. They stare at you blankly as you tell them your tale. One of them grunts and shambles away to return with 3 of his fellows. They will take you to Lord Seetsin, it growls. The 3 Shikomi lead you to the palace through corridors and rooms. Will you attack the guards now, or let them take you to Lord Seetsin? So we have a choice, which is attack or take. So we can attack the guards now, or let them take us to Lord Seetsin. And don't worry about the picture of the spider. Attack or take. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. I have generally always enjoyed these books, some of them more than others. And there's lots of them in the series, and they are still producing them now. There are still some newish ones. Steve Jackson Games, the American Steve Jackson, is currently kind of reprinting the original books as well. It's good that there's still an audience for these 43 years on. I think it was 43 years. Where are we now? 2025? 1982? Yeah, 43 years. So what have we got? Attack, 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 attack. Take, take, take. I think it's generally slightly more for attack. Yeah, I think we've got one more person, one more vote for attack. So we're attacking the guards now before they lead us there. That's the one I would have chosen. So 256. You shout an order to Moichi. The Shikomi start in surprise. And you both fall upon them. You must fight two while Moichi deals with the other. Okay, now I don't... this might be where we have to fight both of them at once. So 256. So the first one is 8 and 9. And the second one is 7 and 8. Okay, let's look at the rules for fighting multiple enemies. Sometimes you will find yourself under attack from more than one person or creature. When this happens, each will make a separate attack on you in each attack round, but you must choose which one you will fight. Attack your chosen target as in a normal battle. Against the other, you must throw for your attack strength in the normal way, but even if your attack strength is greater, you will not inflict a wound. But if your attack strength is lower, you have been wounded. Okay, right, there we go. So, we are going to try and take on the one with the highest skill first. Oh, and I get to quick draw. So, boom. You're down to 6. I'm going to sneeze again. So, yeah, we're going to fight the first one. It's got 8. I've got 12, so I've got +4. So, yeah, he's down to 4. Against the second one, I can't wound it, but it doesn't wound me. Right. Second round of combat. Yes, I've done it. It's down to 2. It's a little easy with 12 skill, to be honest. That's fine. What's that? He's got 8. I've got +5. Yep, so I didn't get wounded. Third one. Yeah. Okay. That's dead. Defend against the extra one. Yep. Okay. And now I'm fighting the second one. So I need to hit it 4 times. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Rolling quite well today. Makes a change. This was 256. Okay. If you have killed them within 9 rounds of combat. Oh, did I kill them in 9 rounds of combat? I think so. Yeah. 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only just. Yeah, only just. I mean, quite hard to do that, I would have thought, if I didn't have a really high skill. 336. Yes, I've jinxed myself. Moichi is wounded, but has killed his opponent. You pause for breath, and Moichi grins at you happily. Well fought, my lord. It is an honour to fight by your side. He bows. Enough of this veiled mockery, you reply. On to the heart of the palace. You run down a long corridor and soon find yourself lost in a maze of corridors and rooms, mostly empty, save for servants and slaves, who stare at you in amazement. You are rounding a corner when you are greeted by a sight that causes you to pull up short in surprise. You have bumped into Lord Seatsin himself, waddling down the corridor towards you, a samurai at either side. Lord Seatsin is a large, fat man with great blubbery jaws and a face wreathed in fat. 2 pig-like eyes flare at you in outrage. He wears a voluminous kimono adorned with gold leaf. You notice that he is quite openly wearing the hat which indicates the office of shogun. Seatsin gasps in fear as he recognizes you, signals to his guards, turns around and lumbers away from you. The samurai draw their blades, bow and dash to the attack. Moichi darts forward and engages one. You must fight the other. Okay, so this is 336. Okay, and it's got 9 and 8. Except I go first, and I hit it, and I wound it. Right. So it's got 9, I've got 12, so I'm at +3. Yep, it's down to 3. So it's got 7, I've got 4. So that's, if I'm at +3, I've got 7 as well. Whew. Almost got a hit then. Yep, down to 1. Ah, he's hit me. Ouch. And there we go, dead. That was 336. If you win, turn to 354. Moichi has also killed his opponent, but is slightly wounded. Sheathing your blade, you spring after Lord Seatsin. Soon you have caught up with him, just in time to see him ducking through a black and gold lacquered door. You and Moichi follow and burst into a large, richly decorated room with a black and gold lacquered chest in one corner. Seatsin, gibbering in fear, has raised a trap door in one corner of the room. When he sees that you will reach him before he can maneuver his vast bulk down it, he falls to his knees before you. Spare me, great warrior, please spare me. It was Ikuru. He forced me to turn against the rightful shogun. Forgive me. I shall be his loyal vassal from now on. He gabbles, a tissue of transparent lies. As you look down, feeling only contempt and loathing, Seatsin's eyes narrow in a cunning malice. His right hand flicks through the air. A needle-like dagger flies from his hand and into your thigh. Lose 3 stamina. If you are still alive, which I am, you stagger back in surprise as he lurches to his feet, drawing his sword. Curse you, you swine, he cries and lashes at you. Moichi leaps forward, and within moments, both of you have ended Seatsin's miserable life. There we go. The traitor, Lord Seatsin, is dead. The honour of the shogun and Hachiman has been upheld. Gain 1 honour point for ridding the land of the evil Lord Seatsin and for killing him in the middle of his own castle. There you go. The shogun is avenged, as are the villagers, says Moichi, who rests, idly watching as you survey the room. Mostly it is full of ornate decoration, but the large chest catches your interest. You quickly open it. Inside is a bag of 100 gold pieces, an arrow, and an excellently crafted suit of samurai armour, obviously too small for the overweight Seatsin. You don the armour and find it is superior to your own, especially because it is made out of some unusually light metal. Gain 1 luck point, which I can't have. If you have the skill of Kyujutsu, nope. It is flesh with white eagle feathers. It should have the power of dispelling. Okay. Right. Sudden sounds of shouting and the clash of weapons come from outsides. Seatsin's men will be here any minute. You both dart down the open trapdoor and close it behind you. Stairs lead down into the Stygian blackness. You cautiously descend. Okay. Yeah, it was only 1 honour point. But that's alright. We're up 7. 3, 7, 8. Ooh. Scary stuff. The stairs end in a blank wall. As you begin to push, it slides open. Simultaneously, there is a clanging sound. Stepping through the opening, you find yourself in a damp and odorous tunnel. On the left, an iron grill has slammed down, cutting you off from the stairs that climb upward beyond it. You have no choice but to follow the tunnel towards a milky white luminescence at its end. As you and Mochi pace forward, a fetid stench rises in your nostrils. The smell grows stronger. You come out into a large cavern suffused with a sickly pale light, but the source of the light is, for the moment, indiscernible. Bones, old clothes, and rusted weapons are strewn about. Then you spot it. A huge glowing shape comes towards you. An enormous gaping maw, lined with teeth, rises up to devour you. 2 eyes, massive discs of inscrutable blackness, stare at you, alive with ancient evil. The body, supported by hundreds of black scuttling legs, is bony and segmented. It is a dirty white colour, and it is this that gives off the pale glow. It is Mukadi, some sort of gigantic 40-foot centipede. Moichi screams in fear as you step back in astonishment. It snaps its head forward, striking like a serpent, and bites off Moichi's arm and most of his shoulder in an instant. He moans faintly and topples to the floor. The sight of this fills you with anger and sorrow. But then it ripples towards you, intent on making you its next meal. If you have the skill of Kyujutsu, nope. And you have your bow and arrow, you may fire 2 arrows, nope. In any case, you must fight it. Okay, it's got skill 7 and stamina 20. Right, this is 3, 7, 8. Okay, so skill 7, stamina 20. And what I should be doing is I should be spending some of this luck, because I'm getting the luck back. Okay, so it's 7, I'm 12. So I'm at +5. So, yes, it's down to 18. It's down to 16. 14. In fact, I realise I should have hit it first. So it's down to 11. Down to 9. What am I at? +5? Yep. That's another 2. It's down to 7. Down to 5. Down to 3. Oops. Down to 1. Oh, look at that. He rolled a 12, but I got a 10. Dead. 3, 7, 8. If you win, turn to 3, 8, 4. 3, 8, 4. You thrust your sword deep into one of its black eyes, and it rears back, uttering a shrill, burbling shriek. It threshes wildly, and its death throes, and you have to leap back out of the way. Presently, it subsides and falls dead. Quickly, you rush over to Moichi. He is still alive, but only just. Blood is oozing like the tide from the gaping wound. His face is pale, and his eyes are dimming. At least I died with honour, my liege, and in a noble cause. With that, his spirit leaves him. You pause silently in mourning for a while, honouring his memory, but you know you must continue with your mission. A search of the cavern reveals an exit at one end and a heaped pile of treasure, mostly bones and old useless weapons. However, you do find 15 gold pieces, a shiny silver helmet of ornate workmanship, a bottle of greenish-black ichor-like liquid, and a magnificently crafted iron war fan, used in battles to signal troops, which is inlaid with a pattern of ivory that makes you nauseous to look at. So, we have 4 options. First option, pick up the war fan and open it. So if you want me to do that, put war fan in the chat. Or we could drink some of the liquid. If you want me to do that, put the word liquid. Or I could put on the helmet. If you want me to do that, put the word helmet. Or if you want me to just leave all of them and go through the exit, put the word leave. So the 4 options are war fan, liquid, helmet, or leave. And all of this is happening in this castle. I wonder what would have happened if we'd have gone the other way. I'm surprised Rick's not said helmet. Very disappointed, Rick. I was expecting you to put helmet. So what have we got? We have helmet, 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 helmet. So I think 4 for helmet. War fan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 for war fan. And only Kath wants me to drink the liquid. Okay, so we're going to open the war fan. Pick up the war fan and open it. You open the iron war fan. It reveals a beautiful image painted on its spread blades, an insignia you do not recognize, something very ancient. 9 gold arrow fletches pointing towards pointing inward to a blue circle. The whole set on a plain white background. Puzzled, you fold it up and place it in your backpack. Right, so now we have helmet, liquid, or leave. So it's a new vote. New vote. Forget the old one. We're now on a new one. Helmet, liquid, or leave. Where was the thing? There. So helmet, liquid, helmet, 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 leave, leave, helmet, leave, leave, leave with the helmet. So we've still only got 1 for the liquid. Only Kath wants me to drink the liquid. I think helmet wins. Yeah, I think more people are saying helmet. Okay, we're gonna put on the helmet. What's the worst that could happen? Remember this for later when we come back to this point. So we're going to put on the helmet. Gingerly, you place the silvered helmet on your head. For a moment, nothing happens, but then lancing bolts of pain lacerate your brain. You scream in agony and rip the helmet off your head. However, your brain feels slightly numb, as if you weren't quite yourself. It is a helmet of befuddlement. Lose a skill point. You may take the helmet with you in any case if you wish. Okay, helmet of befuddlement. We also have like 115 gold pieces, and we have a war fan as well. Okay, final choice before we leave. Liquid or leave? They are the two options now. Liquid or leave. Yeah, a Japanese dunce cap. Yeah, it was a bad idea. I know it was a bad idea, but we know for next time. But yeah, hopefully we can give that helmet to somebody else. So we have 1, 2, 3 people saying we leave. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five people saying liquid. Richard makes a very good point. Don't drink anything unlabeled. But I think, I mean, the good thing is if we drink it now, we know for next time. So I think the majority of people want me to drink the liquid. There you go, Kath. We're drinking the liquid. 196. You raise the bottle to your lips and a vile stench fills your nostrils. You sip it. The taste makes you heave and retch, but the liquid burns down your throat. It is invigorating and health-giving. The liquid is healing some of your wounds. Regain up to 3 points of lost stamina. So we go back up to 22. There is enough liquid left for 1 good drink. You may drink it at any time to restore up to 5 points of stamina. Hey, potion of healing. Okay, we're done. So we're leaving. 2, 2, 2. The exit tunnel curls upwards until you can see a small circle of light ahead from a cave entrance under a rocky overhang on a hillside. The hill slopes down into a shadow valley with a road running its length. It is the main road. You must follow it north to reach Onikaru and Ikuru. So it's 386. Okay, so back to the map. All of that was a complete side quest thing, which we could have just skipped if we'd have gone north. I think. I don't know. That seems a lot of stuff. But that is one of the good things with these games, is that they are replayable because you can do different things each time. And it's kind of a little open worldy, whilst also being a little fixed. So 386. Oh, starting to get tired. 386. You come out of the valley and are faced by a large, forbidding forest, stretching away for miles to either side. The road disappears into its depths like a stone into water. You recognise it as the Forest of Shadows, and you must go through it. Get my little green pen. Yep. Work of art. Right. So, 112. You follow the thin woodland trail that winds and bends through the clustered boles of the Forest of Shadows. The trees are so closely packed that only a fraction of the sun's rays filter down, in shafts of dusky light filled with motes of dust that float through the air. It is dim and murky, and the sound of forest life intrude faintly on the edge of your consciousness as you walk on, as if in a waking dream. Suddenly, you stumble out into a broad clearing, your eyes filled with light. You shake your head and clear it, when a sound in the air causes you to look up. A great dragon is floating down towards you. It has a long, sinuous body, like a massive serpent, but with 4 clawed legs. Its head is horned with great, glaring amber eyes. It has no wings, but seems to be walking on air. It is a Tatsu, a wingless dragon that can walk on sky, sea, and land. It settles before you, hovering a few feet off the ground. Its amber eyes regard you placidly, and then it speaks in a rich, deep voice, resonant with knowledge and power. Welcome to the heart of the forest, mortal. I am the guardian, and there are certain celestial laws that bind me. It seems to smile at you, if dragons can be said to smile at all. You must answer 2 riddles I shall put to you. If you answer them correctly, you may pass through the forest. If not, well, then I shall eat you. And you cannot run. No one can pass through this forest safely without dealing with me. Then it laughs as if its last few words were obvious. Okay, we have a riddle time. Well, man thing, here is the first riddle. In marble halls as white as milk, lined with a skin as soft as silk, within a fountain crystal clear, a golden apple doth appear. No doors are there to this stronghold, yet thieves break in and steal the gold. The Tatsu stares at you in greedy anticipation. When you think you have an answer, take each letter of the answer, not counting words such as a or the, convert it into its corresponding number in the alphabet, add them together, and turn to that paragraph number. What? Take each letter of the answer, not counting words such as a or the, convert it to its corresponding number from the alphabet, add them. Okay, so if the answer was fire, you would add 6 plus 9 plus 18 plus 5. Right, okay. So, what do we think? In marble halls as white as milk, lined with a skin as soft as silk, within a fountain crystal clear, a golden apple doth appear. No doors are there to this stronghold, yet thieves break in and steal the gold. So marble, I'll try and work it out and then I'll have a look at the chat. Although I'm not very good at these kind of cryptic puzzles. Marble halls as white as milk. Skin as soft as silk. Within a fountain crystal clear, a golden apple doth appear. So clear water with a golden centre with a white surrounding. There's no doors. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking egg. Skin as soft as silk. So the edge of a boiled egg. Oh, no, yeah, the fountain crystal clear. Yeah, it's an egg. Golden apple. No doors. Thieves break in and steal the gold. Yeah, okay, egg. Yeah, I was thinking egg. Okay. So egg. So EGG, which is 5, 7, and 7. So it's 19. Okay, let's go to 19. See if we're right. The Tatsu seems disappointed. An egg. Yes, that's right, man thing. Then it brightens, the look of greed coming back into its eyes. But can you succeed again, sharp-witted mortal? Okay, here we go. Another one. When one does not know what it is, then it is something. But when one knows what it is, then it is nothing. Again, when you think you have the answer, take each letter of the answer, convert it to the corresponding. Right, okay. When one does not know what it is, then it is something. But when one knows what it is, then it is nothing. Surprise? When one doesn't know what it is, if you don't know what the surprise is, then it's a surprise. But when you know what the surprise is, it isn't a surprise. Surprise? Secret. I think mine's better. Secret? When one does not know what it is, then it's something. Yeah, it's either secret or surprise. I think both of those fit. Yeah. Exes. I think Richard's watching Back in Time. So if it's... I mean, it could be secret or it could be surprise. So if it's secret, S is 20. I think S is 20. No, T is 20. That's 20, 19, 5, 5, 3, and 18. Okay, so 20, 39, 49, 52. I make 70. If it's secret, it's 70. It's not 70. Have I added it up right? Yeah, I think I've added it up right. 20, 40, 70. Okay, so if it's not secret, if the paragraph you turn to is the wrong one, turn to page 20. I'm just going to read page 26 and see if it is you die. Okay, we fight the dragon. And we might be able to win against the dragon, but let's give it another go. I'm going to try surprise. Does surprise fit? I think surprise fits. That's 19. 21. 5. 9. Another 19. And 16. Have I added it up right? I'm missing a letter. Oh yeah, I've missed the R. Which is another 19. No, it's an 18. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 36, 55, 76, 81, 90, 109, 125. Let's try 125. Can't think of what else it could be. It's not 125. So, assuming we have added it up correctly, S is 19. Yeah, have I added that up correctly? 125 and secret is 70. Somebody wants to double check my maths on that. I missed the second riddle. Okay, the second riddle is when one does not know what it is, then it is something. But when one knows what it is, then it is nothing. Okay, and it's not secret and it's not surprise. Okay. So we don't need to bother checking the maths because it's not either of those. I think we might end up having to fight the dragon because I can't think. I thought I was being clever there with surprise. What could it be? And again, nobody look it up and put the answer in the chat. If you can work it out, great. But we don't want to be looking it up and cheating. Looking it up's fine. Just don't tell me what it is. 17, 125, we're right. Okay, the riddle is when one does not know what it is, then it is something. But when one knows what it is, then it is nothing. And Marie says, is it nothing? I mean, it could be nothing. It says, when one knows what it is, then it is nothing. So let's go with nothing as the final one. And if this isn't right, we're going to fight the dragon. So, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Oh, we got a H there as well. F G H I J K L M N. So that's 14. There's a 14 there. 14 there. We've got an 8 there, and we've got a 9 there. We've got a 7 there. And then T is 20. X, E, E. It's 15. Okay, so 29, 49, 57, 66, 87. 87. We're going to try 87. Nope, it's not 87. Right. I think we need to tell us the answer. We are going to fight the dragon. But I'm curious as to know what the answer is now. But yeah, we didn't manage to work that one out, team. So we are fighting a dragon. 26. So it's got skill 11 and stamina 13. And our skill is 11. So this is just a straight fight. Okay, right, off we go then. So we might need to be using our luck. Oh, I delete 3 damage straight away. Nice, fast draw. So I rolled an 11, it rolled a 2. That should be a critical hit, surely. It hit me. Yep, got it, it's down to 6. And got it again. Yep, and again. Yeah, dice are with me today. He says. Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have said that. Ouch. Right, come on. Dragon's on its last legs. Even though it doesn't have legs. Yay! Dragon is dead. Right. Okay. Chrissy is correct. What is it then? When one knows what it is nothing implies that to me it's simple. Answer could be 0. When it's not, you don't know the answer when you usually do. I'm not sure what the answer was. Oh, a riddle. The answer is riddle. Oh, okay. Well, we killed the dragon instead. And then we're going to eat some provisions. So let's eat some provisions and restore 4 health. Nom nom nom. Right. 26. Stupid dragon. The dragon rolls over and dies. Then, incredibly, it fades out of existence before your very eyes, as if it had never been. Around you, the forest loses the aura of mystery and magic that seemed to enclose it. You press on, following the track on the other side of the clearing. Turn to page 82. Okay, so we're now on to the side of mountain. We need to draw a dragon. My art skills are not very good. So, I'm just going to draw... There you go. Looks, yeah, it's a dragon, honestly. 82. How are we doing for time? 20 past 3. 82. Eventually you come out of the forest of shadows. In front of you, the track becomes a road that runs along an ancient stone bridge over a river. It is the Hyangkyang River, and the bridge is the Hagaguri Bridge. Beyond it, on the horizon, rise the Shiosi Mountains. As you walk onto the bridge, everything around you changes. It is as if you have stepped onto another world. All the landmarks are the same, the bridge, the mountains, and so on, but the sky is darker now. The river to either side of the bridge is red as blood, and skeletal bodies, skulls, bones, and limbs float on its surface. Before you stands a hideous apparition. It is a samurai warrior, but one who has been long dead. A grinning skull rests inside the helmet, and each skeletal hand clutches a sword. The flag attached to its back, adorned with skulls, reads Evil Death. The undead warrior leaps into the air and comes down before you. You must fight it. But if you reduce its stamina to 5 or less, we turn to page 32. So we are on 82. It's got 9 and 11, but we hit it first for 8. So we only need to do 2 wins to it, and we're at +2. So, yep, it's down to 6. And I've rolled a 9 and it's rolled a 9, but I've got the advantage. So, yep, we've reduced it down to 5 or less. What happens? 32. The undead warrior fights in eerie silence. Your last blow shatters one of its skeletal arms, and it executes another leap which takes it out of range. Suddenly, it turns virtually invisible until only a reddish outline enables you to determine its position. Then it attacks you again. Continue the fight, but you cannot use a jutsu again if you have that skill, and subtract 2 from your skill while it's invisible. The first time you hit it, turn to 58. So we're at -2 from our skill. So it's at 9, we're at 9. Okay, so it's just whoever hits it first. 6 up against 6. 10 against 10. 9 against 8. Yes. Once again, it leaps back to the other end of the bridge. It turns fully visible once more and gives a strange ululating cry, whatever that is. To your horror, the skeletal bodies floating in the bloody river stir and come to life. 6 of them begin to climb onto the bridge. If you have the skill of Kyujutsu and wish to try to shoot the undead samurai, nope, I don't. Ululating. It's a word for me today. The animated skeletons are heaving themselves onto the bridge. If you have the skill of Karamujutsu, nope, we don't have heroic leaping. If not, or you do not wish to try it, the skeletons charge at you. Turn to 358. There are 6 skeletons animated by the undead samurai, but only 3 of them can get at you at a time. You must fight them all at once, and then if we do that, we fight the next 3. Oh, I'm going to be here forever. So 6 and 7, 7 and 6, 7 and 7. And then if we do that, we've got 7 and 6, 6 and 7, and 8 and 9 on 358. Right, here we go. No, I didn't take the leaping skill. I took the fast draw. Fast draw is what we took. Right, so first fight, I'm going to fight the one that's 7 and 7, and I'm going to hit it. Hey, Loki's back. Hello again. Making yourself announced. You want to come back up? I'm fighting undead samurai. Not bothered, are you? You coming up? Come on. No, he's rubbing against my legs. I think he's camera shy. Come on, Loki. Come on. Come on. Here he comes. Come on. There you go. Good boy. Oh, good boy. Right, so undead samurai. We're fighting the first one. And you go over there. You go over there. Yeah, that's it. You're gonna sit there? It's just gonna sit there. Oh, there's no idea what's going on. There you go. Look at this. That. There you go. You just sit there. Oh. Right, except I now can't see the things. Right, okay, so I think the first one's got 7. So I'm at +4. So +4 for me means I've tied with it. So I didn't manage to deal any damage to the first one. The next one's also got 7. So I didn't get wounded by that. And then the next one's got 6. And again, I didn't get wounded by that. Right, round 2. So I've hit that one. That one's down to 2. Just going to knock this down to 2, Loki. Oh. Right, then I'm defending against the second one. What am I at? I'm at +4. So I'm on 9, it's on 9. I only just did it. Then I'm defending against the third one. It's got, I think it's got 6. It's got 6. So I'm at +5. Yep, so I'm all right. Right, okay. Next round. Look at that, big rolls. Big rolls, Loki. I can't see. Right, it's dead. The first one's dead. Second one. I'm defending against the second one. It's on 7. I'm on 11. So, yep. And against the third one, which is on 6, I'm at +5. Yeah, okay, right. So one of them is dead. Next, I'm fighting the one that's got 7 skill. So I'm at +4. So I've hit it. And then I'm defending myself against the other one, which I've done. How much health has that got? That's got 6. So that's now down to 4. I need to hit it twice more. Yes. So I've hit it once. I'm now defending against the first one. Yep. Right. And then next round. Yep. I've done it again. And I'm defending against the other one. Yes. Okay. Second one is dead. It's just one more to go. And it's got 6 skill. So I'm at +5. So it's hit me. I can't write left-handed like, oh. Yeah, it's very difficult writing left-handed when you've got a cat. I don't know if he's hungry or he's just happy. Okay, it hit me. Next round. Yep, so I've hit it once. I need to hit it 4 times. Twice. 3 times. 4 times. Right. The first group is over. Next, we have a second group. So I'm going to go for the big one first. And it's got 9 stamina, so I need to hit it 5 times. And it's got 8 skill. So I'm only at +3. So that's 1. Now I'm defending against the other 2. This one's got 7. Yeah. And this one's got 6. Yeah. Okay, so it's down to 7. I'm going to hit it again. I'm at +3. So I'm at 7. It's at 6. Yes, I've hit it again. 5. Defend against the second one. Defend against the third one. Yeah. Right, next round. +3 for me. Yep, it's down to 3. I'm at +4 on this one. So that's 6, 10, 20. You just did it. And against the third one. Yeah. Right. Next. I'm at +3. So that's 7. It hit me. I'm down to 18. There you go. Right. Defend against the second one. Yep. And defend against the third one. Are you all right, Loki? Okay, right. Here we go again. Big fight. Yes, it's down to 1. Defend against the second one. Yes, defend against the third one. Yes. Right. Next. Yes, just 7 against 6. Right, that one's dead. Defend against the first one. Yep. Defend against the second one. Yeah. Right. Next round. Wow. So many dice rolls. down to 4. Next round. Down to 2. Yep. Down to 0. And I have to defend against the other one, which I did. Right, and the final one, I need to hit it 4 times, and I'm at +5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm exhausted. Might need another cup of tea in a minute. So what was that? That was 3, 5, 8. That was a massive fight. And that would have gone even longer if I didn't have such a high skill. I'm then going to eat some provisions. Go back up to 20. If you defeat them, yes, 3, 6, 8. The shattered remains of the skeletons lie strewn around you. The undead samurai closes in silence to do battle for the last time. Okay, another big fight. 3, 6, 8. Well, this is easier because this is just one of them. And it's got 9 and 3. Ah. Well, it's only got 3. So the first round of combat, I use my fast draw and it dies. If you kill it, yep, it falls to the ground and begins to dissolve. The sky lightens and the redness fades from the river. Among the remains of the undead samurai, you notice an ivory horn of fine workmanship. Ivory horn. With silver tracery depicting a saber-toothed tiger. You pick it up and walk on. So there was a bridge, wasn't there? Bridge. Bridge. Turn to 2, 1, 1. Okay. You follow the road to the mountains and the lair of the Ikaru. The day passes uneventfully and you spend the night under the stars. You rise the next day refreshed. You may restore up to 2 stamina points. You press on, leaving the road until you come to the Shiosi Mountains. A goat track climbs up one of the largest mountains and you decide to follow it. That's page 8. So we're now in the mountains. Okay, you are slowly working your way up the mountainside when a tingling sensation, like an itch on your brain, causes you to pull up short. You look up and suddenly an imposing figure stands before you. Dressed in fine robes and armour of silver and gold, it is a tall, muscular, man-like being. Its face is handsome to look upon, clean and pure, but it is the purity of complete evil. Its eyes burn with violent flame, and its whole being radiates power and malice. It is a Dai-Oni, or greater demon. So, mortal, would you seek entry to the domain of Ikuru, master of shadows? It says, its words resonant with strength. To do so, you must defeat me in the tourney of the plains. Then the Dai-Oni begins to fade, laughing maniacally. Ha, 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 ha. The laughter echoing like thunder all around you. Suddenly, you find yourself in open space. In every direction stretch endless stars. Then your mind reels as you try to take it all in. Then your vision fixes on the doors, bringing you back from the edge of madness. You are surrounded by 8 doors, one in each of the walls of an octagonal room, but the walls, ceiling and floor are transparent. Then the voice of the Dai-Oni fills your head. This place is called the Hub. Behind each door lies some powerful beast. You must try to win as many of these creatures over to your cause as you can. They will aid you in battle. For, when you are ready, you will have to face me and my allies in a struggle to the death at the place of battle. If somehow you should triumph, then you may enter the pit of demons and there meet your fate at the hands of Ikuru. So let it begin, and may fortune desert you, and the blight of 1,000 sores be visited upon you. Oh, nice. The voice fades. It seems you have no choice but to play the tourney of the plains. Each door is labelled. Which door will you go through first? Right, I'm going to go downstairs and make a cup of tea. You have a choice to make. There are 8 doors. I don't know how many people we have watching. We have 40 people watching apparently. So I need your vote. We have, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask you to put a number in the chat. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. Door number 1 is the pinnacle of ultimate height. Door number 2 is the Elder Plains. Door number 3 is the mountain of ineffable holiness. Door 4 is the endless sands of Akon. Door 5 is the swamps of primordial Maya. Door 6 is the eternal tower. 7 is the enchanted wood. And 8, the place of battle. Now, please don't pick 8, because it says we need to face him and his allies in a struggle to the death at the place of battle. So we need to go through the other doors first, I believe, to try and recruit as many as we can to our cause. And then only then do we then go to the place of battle. So those are the 8 doors. What I will do is I will leave them on screen somehow. I don't know how I'm going to put that there, like that. There you go. Those are the 8 doors. I'm going to pop downstairs and make a cup of tea, and I will be back momentarily. Right, back. What have we got then? And we're probably going to have to go through multiple ones of these. Door 2 has 5 votes and wins. Thank you very much. Yeah, YouTube polls are... I mean, yes, I could do YouTube polls, but it is actually quite a bit of extra work to do a poll each time. This is much easier. So, door number 2. 5 votes. The Elder Plains. 68. Right. There's a picture here. I don't think that picture is from this. So, you step through the door marked the Elder Plain. Before you stretches a breathtaking vista. A grassy plain studded with low hills and copses stretches away in all directions under a bright blue sky. The air is the freshest and purest you have ever breathed. Nearby, a strange, primitive-looking deer bounds by. Directly behind you, a door hangs in the air, the return route to the hub. Then a massive animal appears. No, it is that. It's a saber-toothed tiger. It stares fixedly at you and breaks into a lope, which soon speeds up into a full-fledged run. So, take out the Phoenix Ruby if you have it. We don't have a Phoenix Ruby. Fire an arrow at the tiger if you have that skill, which I don't. Blow a horn if you have one. Or step back through the door and choose again, but not an option that you've already tried. Oh, right. Did we get a horn? We did. We got an ivory horn. Let's blow the horn then. Blow a horn if you have one. 2, 3, 4. I was going to say I thought there was something with a saber-toothed tiger on the side. Right, 2, 3, 4. You put the ancient horn to your lips and blow an ear-shattering blast that echoes across the plain. The tiger stops abruptly. Then it pads slowly towards you in an attitude of curiosity rather than hunger. It is as tall as you are, but all it does is lick your face affectionately. You get the impression it thinks you are someone else, presumably the original owner of the horn. But all of that is lost in legend. For now, you know it will be waiting to aid you at the place of battle. Note this on your adventure sheet. Okay, so, tiger. The tiger looks at you with unnaturally intelligent eyes as you step back through the door to the hub, return to 8 and choose again, but not an option that you have already tried. I mean, I guess we need to go through each one of these. So I got you to vote, but actually I think we just probably need to go through each one of them. But we'll go through door 6 next. So door 6 is the swamps of the primordial mire. You find yourself standing on a low hummock of solid earth. Around you lies a great swamp. Oh, picture. It bubbles and heaves, a morass of stinking mud and thick liquid. Twisted trees and plants struggle up out of the mess. A door hangs behind you in space, the route back to the hub. Suddenly, a tremendous serpent with eyes glittering like black diamonds bursts out of the mire and rears up before you, ready to whip its head down and bites you in two. If you wish to fight the serpent, or do you wish to use an item? Okay. Do we have an item? What does the chat think? I think we have the Helmet of Befuddlement. I don't think we could put that on it. We've got the War Fan. But I think the War Fan had like 7 arrows pointing to a blue circle. Or we could just fight it. What do we think? Oh, was that 5? Never mind. We've gone through 5. I can't count. It's been a long week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, 5. Yeah, because the Mountain of Ineffable Holiness was split over 2 lines. Yeah, the fan. I was thinking it might be the fan, but I'm not sure. What I don't want to do is choose to use an item and it'd be the fan, and then that, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we have anything. So let's go with fighting the serpent 246. Okay, the great serpent, wide as a tree, tries to bite off your head. You have no choice but to fight it. Skill 10, stamina 10. Okay, so I'm at plus 1. So, nope, down to 20. 5 against 5, but I'm at plus 1. Oh, and I should have dealt 3 damage at the start. So it's now down to 5. That's a tie. That's me taking another 2. It's down to 3. Ouch. Down to 16. That's a tie. That's me down to 14. It's getting the better of me. There we go. It's down to 1. I could test luck. Let's test luck. Oh, failed. That sucks. Yeah, got it. Okay. That was... What was that? That was 2, 4, 6. Two, 4, 6. So if you win, who to turn 7 do? The dead serpent sinks slowly into the mire. Some sleek, submerged predator slams into the carcass and begins to consume it as you watch. There is nothing else of interest, so you decide to return to the hub. Return to 8 and choose again. Okay, so we're going to go back to the hub, and this time we are going to choose option 6, which is the Eternal Tower. 110. Right, we have another picture. You step through the door marked the Eternal Tower. Everything changes. You are standing at the top of a fortified tower. Battlements surround you. The terrain around you is constantly changing. Sometimes wood, sometimes plains. Blue sky, red sky, and so on. As if the tower were shifting from plane to plane and world to world. In front of you stands a massive warrior. His face bearded and mature, a veteran of many battles. His armour is strange and outlandish to you. It covers him from head to foot. Behind him stand 8 others, their faces visored and hidden. Their armour is gold, with a white surcoat covered in blue circles. The man speaks. Welcome to the Eternal Tower, contestant. We are the Knights of the Golden Company, and if you wish us to aid you in the tourney of the plains, you must answer me this. Do you return to us the war fan of our king? Yes, we do. Turn to 186. Excellent. Excellent. You take out the war fan. The knight gasps in surprise. You have it, he exclaims. You hand it to him, and then he kneels before you, the other knights following suit. When you travel to the place of battle, we shall be there to fight at your side. Long have we sought this artifact. Suddenly, you find yourself back at the hub, surrounded by stars and 8 doors. Note that the Golden Company are your allies. Golden Company. Right. Okay. So, next, we'll go through the Enchanted Wood. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's go through the Enchanted Wood next. As I think we're going to have to do all of them in the end. Right. Okay. You open the door marked the Enchanted Wood and step through. You find yourself in a wooded glade. It is strangely quiet, as if no woodland creatures frolicked in this wood. The air is heavy with sorcery. You can almost smell it. You know that if you were to travel in this wood, you would become lost in moments, perhaps forever. Behind you hangs the door to the hub, and you resolve to leave it in sight. Just then, a young woman dressed in rich robes of green steps into the clearing. Her beauty is astounding, but her eyes seem empty and listless. She stares at you vacantly. Oddest of all, a nimbus of crackling blue energy plays about her hands. You ask her who she is, and if she will aid you against the Dione. Who am I? I no longer know. As for my aid, that is not likely one, she says, her brows knitted in puzzlement, as if it is hard for her to speak. Will you attack her and try to force her to help you, or try to use some item that you think might be of use? Okay, do we have an item that we think might be of use for her? I mean, we've used the war fan, we've used the ivory horn. All we have is the helmet of befuddlement. I don't think a helmet's going to help, or is it? I don't know, we could try it. What do we think? What do we think, chat? Should we try the helmet or should we just attack her? Because if we attack her, it's not like the dragon where we kill it. We're attacking her and forcing her to help us. The scarf. What scarf? I don't remember a scarf. Oh, the headband. We did get a headband. I mean, I'm not sure what we should do on this. I'm going to have a cup of tea. Where's my cat gone? Loki! Right. Yeah, so does befuddlement, do two rights make a wrong? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, John. I don't think a helmet of befuddlement will help because she seems already befuddled. Who am I? I no longer know. She's got a very strange helmet on. And she's wearing a cloak like she's Ming the Merciless. I need to watch Flash Gordon again. That's a good film. Yeah, probably an elf. Very probably an elf. Okay, I'm going to try and use an item. And we'll see what it says. Because it'll probably tell me. Right. She stares at you quizzically. What item will you try to use? A horn, a potion of waters of knowledge. That's what we need. We totally need a potion of waters of knowledge. Or a helmet of befuddlement. Let's use the helmet of befuddlement. This is going to go totally wrong. You take out the helmet. The woman's wits seemed addled in some way. Perhaps the helmet may help to cure her. You offer it to her, but her eyes widen in fear. No! She breathes in horror before fleeing into the woods. So we can follow her, or we can step through the door and go back to the start. Well, let's follow her, because we've nothing to lose, he says. We're going to run after a woman into the woods. You follow her trail into the woods, but moments later it seems to vanish without trace. You wander aimlessly through the woods, but soon you are completely lost. It is as if the woods shift and change continuously. You are doomed to wander the enchanted wood for eternity. Perhaps one day you may stumble across the young woman. Your adventure ends here. Okay, there's our first death. Like I said, nothing to lose. Okay, so we're gonna undo that one. We've kept our finger in the page. Yeah, so don't follow the young woman into the woods. There you go. Lesson for today. If a young woman screams and runs away into the woods, don't follow her. And don't try and offer her a helmet of befuddlement. Okay, so we're 4 doors down. Right, let's just go through them in order now, I think. Number 1, the pinnacle of ultimate height. We've still got this helmet. I don't know what this helmet's for. You open the door marked the pinnacle of ultimate height. The next thing you know, you are standing on a thin pinnacle of rock, high in a strange yellow sky. An orange sun burns overhead. Far below, the ground is a dark red colour. From horizon to horizon tower thousands of these pinnacles, but you are standing on the highest. Behind you, a door hangs in the air, a gate through the worlds to the hub. A speck appears in the sky and grows larger as it nears you. It turns out to be a tatsu, another one. A wingless air-riding dragon. It has massive serpent-like body with 4 taloned legs, and it seems to be walking on air. If you have encountered the tatsu in the Forest of Shadows already, yes, we did. 144. And it's dead. Killed it. The tatsu is the one from the forest. It recognises you and halts before you. If you have a jade amulet fashioned in the shape of a dragon... Nope. Turn to 166. So maybe we didn't kill it. It speaks in a thunderous voice. You thought you had slain me, but I am far more powerful than you could have ever imagined, mortal. The tatsu, eyes glowing with baleful orange light, swoops closer, opens its mouth, and breathes a thin stream of flame at you. You duck, but you cannot avoid it completely without falling off the pinnacle, and it singes you painfully. Lose 4 stamina. Well, I should have eaten some food. You then decide that you cannot fight from this exposed position. You open the door suspended behind you and return to the hub. Turn back to 8 and choose again. This is not going well. I'm going to eat 3 provisions. Okay, back to 8. So, door 2. Door 2. The Elder Plains. Oh, no, we did door 2. Right, door 3. The Mountain of Ineffable Holiness. Or have we done that? Oh, no, we haven't done that. Right, 66. Ugh, weird thing. You step through the door marked the Mountain of Ineffable Holiness. You are standing at the base of a tall mountain peak, easily climbed, but the climb would be long and exhausting. There is no visible means of leaving this place. You have little choice but to go up. At last you heave yourself over the lip onto a flattish area at the top of the mountain. You gasp in surprise at the sight that greets you. A strange being of noble stature, radiating an aura of grace and power, looks down at you, its eyes twin orbs of flame. It has a horse's body, with a lion-like head and huge feathered wings. It is a Kirin, a servitor of the gods, a creature of wisdom, representative and warrior of law and goodness. It looks you up and down for a moment. If your honour is 5 or more... Yep. The Kirin gazes at you benevolently, filling you with peace and tranquility. Your cause is a just one, mortal, and you are a worthy choice for its completion. You are of good heart. Because of this, I shall aid you. I will be at the place of battle to fight with you against the Dione and his evil allies. Its voice is lovely to listen to. You are about to thank it when it utters a wild cry and takes into the air, leaving you alone. A door appears, hanging in the air before you. You step through it and find yourself back in the hub, surrounded by stars and the 8 doors. So the Kirin is your ally. Okay, back to 8. So, I don't think we've done the Endless Sands of Akon. I think that might be the last one. So we had the snake, which was a failure. We had the woman, which was a failure. And we had something else as well that we had to fight. What was it? Yeah, we got 3 allies. The Tiger, the Golden Company, and the Kirin. I think there's 3 that we missed. Right. You step through the door marked the Endless Sands of Akon. Instantly, beads of sweat appear on your forehead as your body is assailed by terrible heat. Below a yellow sky in which hangs a sun larger than you have ever seen, stretches mile upon mile of desert, the Endless Sands of Akon. Behind you hangs a door, the way back to the hub. Suddenly, a harsh cry, an ear-splitting shriek fills the air. A strange bird is arrowing down out of the sky. It is larger than the largest eagle, and its eyes are red and glowing. Its feathers are gold and metallic looking, but the strangest thing of all is that yellow flame seems to be placed slightly all over it, without consuming it. It is a phoenix. If you have the Phoenix Ruby... Nope. Okay, we don't have the Phoenix Ruby. I don't know where we get the Phoenix Ruby. The Phoenix swoops dangerously close to you. Suddenly, it bursts into flame, becoming for an instant a golden fireball, and you are singed by the flames. Lose 2 stamina. If you still live, will you fight the Phoenix or run back through the door hanging behind you? Right, options. Fight or flee. Which one should we do? I don't know if fighting it, if we defeat it, if it's going to join us. Because otherwise, why is it giving us the option? So fight or flee. My map's not coming very useful this time. It's a very different type of adventure. I don't think you really need a map for this one. But when we play this again tonight, I think we go east. I think we go east and see what's there. Okay, what have we got? We have Flee. Phoenix Ruby was probably in the same place as the Knowledge Water. Yeah. Fight. Flee. If you kill it, it will turn to ashes. Maybe you could collect the ashes, possibly. Fight. Take a page from Brave Sir Robin and Flee. So we've got 3 for Flee and 2 for Fight. We have 3 for Fight. So apparently we have 39 people watching. If you are watching, please vote. because we've only got 6 votes so far. We've got another one for fight. So currently we're 4 fight and 3 flee. We got another one for fight. Okay, we're going to fight it. So we're fighting it 372. The phoenix does not try to peck or claw you. Instead, it tries to swoop close enough to immolate itself and bathe you in flames. Each time it hits you, roll 1 die, subtract 1 from the result, and this is the amount of stamina that you have lost from the flames. Note that you may not lose any stamina if you're lucky. Okay, so 9 and 7. So it's 372. It's got 9 and 7, but I've got quick draw, so it goes down to 4. But each time it hits us, we take a d6 minus 1 damage instead of just 2. Okay. So I'm at +2. Yes. Double 6 for the win. Yeah, dead. That wasn't difficult, was it? 372. If you win, turn to 36. And when we play again, we'll choose a different skill. The phoenix's eyes dull and its flames flicker and go out. It falls before you, all life expunged. But then, suddenly, it erupts into flame once more. But this time, it is consumed in the fire until only ashes remain. Then, incredibly, another phoenix, smaller this time, bursts out of the ashes. It pauses in the air to give a scream of exultation before taking to the skies and disappearing to your relief. Amazed at what you have seen, you stand in thought for a moment before turning round and leaving through the door. You find yourself back at the hub, return to 8 and choose again. Okay, so we didn't get anything for it. So have we done everything? Which one have we missed? I think we've done all of them now. Yep, I think we've done all of them. So we are stepping through door number 8 and we are going to the place of battle. 138. You have decided you are ready to face the Dione and his allies. So you open the door marked the place of battle and step through. You find yourself in a huge arena, but all the tiered seats are empty. It appears that they have been that way for millennia. But as you appear, ghostly figures seem to materialise in the seats, men and women of a bygone age, talking, gesticulating, laying bets on the outcome of battle, as if they had been waiting for this moment for aeons, even in death. As you stand on the sandy arena floor, those allies, as you had noted on your adventure sheet, appear behind you, each saying, or silently imparting, a message of reassurance and support. If you have not managed to win any allies, then you stand alone. Before you stands the Dione. It is wondrous to look upon, save for its face, which is radiant with evil. Behind it are ranged 3 monsters, its allies. The first is an enormous giant toad being. Got a picture. Giant toad being, slimy and warty, with a mouth almost as large as its head. The second is a giant insect, not unlike a grotesquely huge praying mantis, its plated armour of chitin, its mandibles working horribly. The third is a huge 15-foot... Can you see that? Yeah, a huge 15-foot man of bronze with the legs of a goat. Its bronze skin is green and pitted with age. However, its eyes are 2 orbs of red flame, glowing with power. The Dione laughs maniacally and says, "At least you managed to reach the place of battle, mortal, but you will not leave it alive. These," and it gestures at its followers, "are my demon friends. Gralshk, devour," it says. The enormous toad thing hops forward. The ghostly crowd seems to roar in anticipation. If you have no allies, turn to 254. If you do, they wait expectantly for your command. Somehow, you seem to know that the rules of the arena dictate that battles can only be between single entities. Who will you send against the toad being? Okay, so we have a choice here. We can send the Kirin against the toad. We can send the saber-toothed tiger. We can send the golden company. We can't send the phoenix. We can't send the Tatsu. We can't send Eleanor the enchantress. We've also got a wooden rod engraved with a serpent shape that I don't think we have. Yes, we need a montage. We definitely need a montage. So, yeah, what do we think? Do we send the Kirin? Do we send the Tiger? Do we send the Golden Company? We have to choose one of them. We don't have a choice of doing it ourselves. So I'm not sure which one of these is the right one. Are there any clues? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, chat saying the Tiger. We'll go for the Tiger then. I don't think we're prepared for this battle. No, we're not. We definitely need the Rocky montage. Right. So we're sending in the saber-toothed tiger against the toad. The tiger races forward and roars menacingly. The toad thing hops back uncertainly. Gralsh, the toad demon, snaps its head forward to strike, its great maw snapping. But the huge tiger dodges aside, moving with incredible swiftness, and lays open the toad's side with a sweep of one of its great taloned claws. Then it proceeds to rip and tear the wailing Gralsh into shreds. After its task is completed, the tiger leaps into the air and then fades out of existence as if it had jumped to another plane. Remove it from the list of allies on your adventure sheet. It's done its job. The Dione bellows in rage and shouts, slay the man-thing, and the mantis demon scuttles forward. If you are alone, turn to 266. Otherwise, who are you going to send against it? So we've got a choice of the Kirin, the Golden Company, or the Tatsu. What was the Kirin? Remind me what the Kirin was. I can't remember what the Kirin was. But this is like a mantis demon with like chitin plated armor. The bear or the bear? Probably a bear. Oh, it was a dragon-like thing. Yeah, I can't remember the Kirin at all. So what do we think? The Kirin? A feathered dragon. John says it's a sherry. Yeah, we'll give it a bottle of sherry. So Kirin or the Golden Company? We're going with the Kirin. Okay, 278. The Kirin takes to the air, its hooves flashing with fire. As it swoops to the attack, the mantis demon waits stock still. At the last moment, its head lashes forward with blinding speed and bites off the head of the Kirin, whose decapitated body falls out of the sky and then fades out of existence as if it had never been. Okay, so it wasn't that. That was the wrong one. The mantis demon barely pauses before scuttling towards you. If you are now without allies, turn to 266. Otherwise... So we're going to have to choose the Golden Company because we don't have the other ones. So 304. The Knights of the Golden Company utter a battle cry and charge forward with military precision. However, their weapons, straight swords and maces make little impression on the chitinous armour of the mantis demon. Lays about itself with ferocious accuracy, each superfast dart of its head biting a knight in two. Within moments, they are all dead. You stand aghast at its horrible power. Remove the knights. Okay. Turns to you and scuttles forward. If you are now without allies, turn to 266. I think this might be it. The mantis demon hurries towards you, its forelegs raised to strike. You must fight the mantis demon, but because of its chitinous armor, your blows will only deal 1 point of stamina damage if you hit, or 2 if you increase a luck roll. Okay, but we're going to use our quick blade thing. We'll say it deals 2 damage. So it's 8 and 10, but we use our quick draw to deal 2 damage. So this is 266. So it's got 8. That's all right. We're at +3. We'll just beat it ourselves. 6, 9. So nope, that's nothing. Yeah, so that's 1. I'll just count them. That's 1. We need 8. In fact, I'll count down. So it was 8. It's now 7. 6, 5, 4, 'That's evens. Am I at +3? I'm at +3. Evens. It's 4 left still. Come on. Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Got it. Dead. 6, 6. Turn to 3, 4, 6. Right, who are we going to fight next? The mantis demon lies dead before you, oozing black ichor. The Dione angrily shouts, "Gargantus, slay the mortal," and the bronze man lumbers towards you. 3, 6, 4. Okay, his eyes blaze and twin bolts of ruby light lance at you. You only just managed to avoid them. Now you must fight Gargantus, the bronze demon. Sorry, the bronze giant. Every third combat round, Gargantus fires ruby red bolts at you from his eyes. When this occurs, roll 1 extra die. If it's even, you have dodged the bolts. If it's odd, you must lose 4 stamina points. Okay, right. Well, before that, I'm going to drink this potion. So, it's got 9 skill and 12 stamina. 3, 6, 4. And every third combat round. So every third combat round, so that's on 3 and 6. Yeah, presumably after you've rolled the stuff. Right. So I'm at +2. And presumably I can do my quick draw. So I'm at +2. What's that? So I've lost. So I'm down to 21. So that's 1 combat round. 2 combat rounds and I've hit it. 3 combat rounds. Okay, and then evens I'm okay. Yep. 4th combat round. 5th combat round. 6th combat round. What am I at? I'm at +2. So that's evens. It then shoots rays at me. I lose 4. Okay. 3 more combat rounds. Yes, and if I get it on this one, yes, dead. Easy. 3, 6, 4. If you win, the Daiomi mutters in anger and, picking up a huge spiked iron club, or Tetsubo, advances towards you. Right, the final fight. Well, maybe. You spring away before the guards have reacted. Such is their surprise. Oh, no, hang on a minute. That's got to be wrong, surely. Did I read the wrong one there? If you win, turn to 292. Ah, turns 392. 292. Right, you must fight the Dione. Whenever it hits you, you lose 2 stamina points, as in normal combat, but you also roll an extra die. If it's a 1 or 2, turn to 90. It's a 3 or 4, turn to 102. So 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 102. And if it's a 5 or 6, turn to 118. So it's got 10 and 10, but I'm going to quick strike it. So whenever it hits you, I roll an extra die. So this is 292. Okay, here we go. So it's got 10, I've got 11. I'm at +1. So I hit it, it goes down to 5. I hit it again, it goes down to 3. I've hit it again, it goes down to 1. It hit me. Right, so I take 2 stamina And then we roll a d6 and see what happens. 6. Turn to 118. The Dione howls in joy and then casts a spell of confusion. Lose 1 skill point. Ooh. Okay, so we're now evens. Got him. Dead. You have finally defeated the Dione, and it lies at your feet in the sand of the arena, breathing its last. The ghostly crowd fades away, and the arena is empty. The Dione whispers painfully to you. You have won, mortal. The laws of the tourney of the plains set by the gods bind me like fetters of steel. Now I must grant you one request. The magic of the Dione fades a little with its defeat. You may restore 1 point of skill, 1 point of luck, or 2 points of stamina. Well, obviously 1 point of skill. What will you ask of the Dione? Right, so there are 3 things that we can ask it. Okay, I'm going to ask the chat. We can either say, what is the secret of singing death? Or, how do I slay Ikuru, Master of Shadows? Or, help me in my quest to slay Ikuru. So, the 3 things are secret, slay, or help. So, those are the 3 options. We can ask it, what is the secret of singing death? How do I slay Ikuru? Or, help me in my quest to slay Ikuru. Let me know which one of them you want me to do. I have no idea what that is. That's something else. So we have a help, 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 help. So we have quite a few helps. We have a couple for slay, and we have 1 for secret. So it looks like the chat wants us to say, help me in my quest to slay Ikuru. Okay, we're going with that one. The Dione smiles evilly. Simply done, mortal. It summons up the last of its magical powers and casts a spell of fortune on you. Gain 2 luck points. Okay, well. You will need good fortune, but even that will not be enough. Then its body dies. If you have a jade amulet fashioned in the shape of a tatsu, no. A terrible thing happens. Out of the body of the Dione, a spectral shape coalesces, a ghostly form of the demon with insubstantial taloned hands. It is a Shura, or warrior ghost, the spirit of the Dione come to avenge its death. You must fight the Shura. When it hits you, you lose stamina in the normal way, but there are no wounds. It is draining your strength. What does that mean? When it hits you, you lose stamina in the normal way, but there are no wounds. It is draining your strength. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know what that means at all. Okay, so it's got 270. It's got 9 skill, 8 stamina, but I'm going to quick strike it for 3. And this is 270. So I'm at +2. Off we go. I need to hit it 3 times. Yes. Yes, just. And yes. Oh, well, there you go. That was it. Easy. 270. So it fades away. Fades away. Right. Okay. We have picture time. The walls of the arena begin to shimmer, fade, and dissolve away. Something else happened in its stead. A black, dark place. You are at the end of a long, pillared hall of black marble. Braziers of glowing coal will give off an eerie glow and shadows flicker and weave, chasing one another across the floor. At the end of the hall is a huge pit, from which noxious fumes spiral upward. Beyond the pit is a grotesquely carved throne of dull stone. The workmanship is extraordinary. Peaks, pinnacles, gargoyles, and strange twisted shapes adorn it. You can just make out a cowled figure sitting upon it. It seems to be staring at something in front of the throne. On a stand before the throne rests a magnificent nodachi, a two-handed sword in a scabbard of bright filigree gold. It seems completely out of place in this hall of shadowy gloom and brooding evil. You recognise Singing Death, the sword of the samurai, and your heart is uplifted. Then the cowled head jerks up in surprise. Beneath the cowl there is nothing but blackness. A sibilant whisper hisses forth, a quiet exultation of breath. Who dares to visit Onikaru, the pit of demons, and incur the wrath of Ikuru, master of shadows? If you know the secret of Singing Death... Nope. Nope. I do not. 94. You advance resolutely down the hall, determined to slay Ikuru. The figure on the throne gives a ghostly laugh, a faint spine-tingling titter of madness. Then it gestures. To your horror, a shadowy form floats up out of the pit and takes shape before you. It is vaguely manlike, but with a horned head and massive taloned claws. It is a shadow demon, only semi-corporeal, a creature from the nether regions, and you must fight it. Okay, so we are on 94. It's got 9 skill, 10 stamina, but I hit it quickly. Each time you hit it, roll 1 die. If the result is even, it loses 2 stamina. If the result is odd, your blow does not connect fully, passes through some of its insubstantial flesh, and it only loses 1. Okay, and if I defeat it, I go to 260. So if the result is even, so we need to see if that first blow, it did. Right, so that's done 3. So it's got 9, I've got 11, so I'm at +2. But I need to roll an extra die. Oh, right, I'm just going to go and get another dice. Right, so we're going to roll the blue one as well. If I hit it and the blue one is evens, then that means I've dealt full damage. Yeah, otherwise, if the blue one is odd, I only deal 1 damage. So, it's on 7 health. I'm at +2. So it's hit me. Oh, I should have eaten some provisions first. Let's eat 2 provisions, putting me back up to 21. So I'll go down to 19. Right. Second. I'm at +2. Yeah, I've hit it, and it's evens. So it takes 2 damage. Okay. I've just hit it, but it's odds, so it only takes 1. I've hit it, and it's odds, so it takes 1. Nope, definitely not. Down to 17. Yep, hit it, and it's evens, so it's down to 1 health. Next hit kills it. So I don't need the blue die from now on. And I got it. Dead. So I read 260. It's a lot of fighting in this one. The cowled figure is unconcerned. He laughs and gestures again. Another formless shape of misty blackness rises from the pit. It forms into a shadowy semblance of yourself, a sight that fills you with fear, but it does not attack you. Instead, it reaches into your mind and offers you power, wealth, fame, kingdoms to rule, history to write. All of these can be yours if you will only swear allegiance to Ikuru, your master. It whispers in your mind. You feel a terrible compulsion to give in. The temptation is so great, you begin to thirst for power and wealth. If your honour is 5 or more, which it is, then it's grade 7. Somewhere within you, you find the strength to resist the evil blandishments of Ikuru's demon. When you do so, it abruptly disappears. There is a hiss of indrawn breath as Ikuru starts in rage. You dare to resist me, petty mortal, he croaks. Before you can run forward to grab Singing Death, Ikuru rises from his throne and rushes at you. In fact, he floats across the ground. His hands are talons of black nothingness. You ready yourself for combat, but before he reaches you, Ikuru spreads his arms and bolts of black energy leap from his arms to engulf you. You are cursed, charred, and crippled all at once. Lose 2 luck, 4 stamina, and 2 skill points. If you still live, a sword of black steel etched with glowing red runes appears in his hands, and he swings at you, his face a mask of shadow, dark and featureless. You must fight him. So, this, I think, is the final battle, and unfortunately, this has the same problem as some of the other books, because he has skill 12, which basically means you can't win. If you imagine, if I actually started with skill 7, I'd now be down to 5, you can't win. It's game over. So it is one of the features of these games, and it does hold them back from being great. And I can't remember how anybody ever ever did these. Yeah. Sometimes there's like some kind of special item that can help you in the final fight, but I've not seen one that can help here. Well, maybe if we knew the secret. Maybe if we knew the secret of the sword, that would be the way through. So each time he hits me and I remain alive, test luck. If you're lucky, fight on. If you're unlucky, turn to 109. So each time he hits me, I have to test my luck. Wow. So I don't think we're going to do this. But if we do, we turn to page 400, which is the end. So off we go. Yeah, so if you get to this point, as I say, next time we play it, we're going to try and find the secret of the sword, because if we knew the secret of the sword, we would probably win without with skipping this final fight. I'm going to eat some food quickly. I'm going to go back up to 24. That's all my provisions gone. Okay, so he's at +3. And I can use my quick draw. So he's down to 9. But yeah, he's at +3. So the chance of this working are almost 0. But anyway, I've hit him. Because he's rolled 6 and I've rolled 10. Well, that's a start. It's each time he hits me. Yeah, okay. Now, do I want to test my luck to try and do more damage? I do. I'm going to test my luck. So I've got 8. And I've rolled a 5. So I was lucky, which meant I dealt 4 damage instead of 2. But my luck is now 7. Okay. It's possible. Next round of combat. Okay, so he's at what? He's at +3. So he's on 9, and I'm on 9. So it's a tie. Okay, he's definitely hit me. So I take 2 stamina. And I have to test my luck. My luck is 7. I succeeded. My luck goes down to 6. If you're lucky, fight on. Okay. So he rolled a 3, plus his 3 is a 6, and I rolled a 6. Oh, that was my opportunity to get him. Oh, I've rolled a 12, and he's rolled a 7. I've hit him. He's down to 3. We might do this. I need to roll really well. I've rolled an 11, and he rolled a 6, so he's on 9. He's down to 1. Seriously, people, I've never rolled this well in my entire life. It's a 6. This roll could be the deciding roll for the whole game. I've done it. That was a 6. I think that was a 6. What was that? Oh, what was that dice before I knocked it? I'm just watching the video back, but somebody will probably tell me. Yeah, it was a 6. Oh, so he's on 8. I'm on 11. He's got +3. So it's a tie. Right, here we go. I'm on 8, he's on 7, but he gets +3, so he's hit me. 20. I have to test luck. If this fails, I think it might be over. Failed. Right, so if you are unlucky, turn to 109. I can't believe I was that close. Suddenly, a stream of shadowy blackness passes from Ikuru's sword and begins to course across your body like a mesh of interwoven cords. Wherever it touches you, it burns agonizingly. You stagger back, howling in pain as the web of blackness begins to constrict, crushing the life out of you. When you are dead, your spirit is taken into the pit of demons, where you will become a servant of Ikuru, to be called upon whenever he should wish to do so. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think that was once per fight. I mean, yeah, the final battle just being way too hard. It's one of those things. It is the feature of these books. Yeah, but we're going to play again tonight. We are definitely going to play again tonight, and this time we need to try and find the secret of the sword. I don't know how we find the secret of the sword. I mean, we could have asked the Dione. Maybe that's how you find it. But maybe if we knew the secret of the sword, we would have some kind of benefit in the final fight. But it's been fun. This afternoon has been really fun, and I will be back at 7 o'clock tonight with another playthrough of this. But we'll be doing different things. We'll be going different ways. I might just keep the same character, because then at least we have a chance of winning. Yeah. I don't think it's more. No, it's each time he hits you and you remain alive, test your luck. And if you're lucky, fight on. If you're unlucky, then basically you die. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you very much for everybody for watching. And just before you disappear, many of you will know this already. Many of you watching in the chat are patron supporters of mine, so thank you very much. If you're not one of my patron supporters and you wonder what it is that I'm doing, then I am taking this week off work and I'm going to be live streaming me playing various board games and reading through fighting fantasy books. And I'm only able to do that thanks to the support of the Patreon campaign, because I'm not getting paid for any of these, and all of the advertising revenue goes to charity. So thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in seeing more, I will be back at 7 o'clock tonight. But for now, I will say goodbye. I will see some of you later on. Cheers. Bye-byes.